I decided to go ahead and respond to the letter as if I were writing to a 16-year-old high school girl. What I want to say is, my child, it's a good letter that you have sent me. Filled with the uncertainties of someone your age, the ideas expressed are quite what one would expect, and I'm sure that those things that are bothering you came directly from those people who have been educating you. But I need to tell you that I'm not the one who can dispel the doubts you have. Reading your letter actually reminded me of a poem I read many years ago. It is a poem by Bai Hua. I'm not sure if you ever heard of him, but he was a talented poet and playwright. I first read this poem when I was 12 years old. That was in 1967, in the middle of the Cultural Revolution. All summer long that year, Wuhan was filled with Red Guards fighting in the streets. I was in the 5th grade, and that was the year I received a copy of Bai Hua's collection of poetry called Distributing Flyers in the Face of the Iron Spear. One poem in that volume was entitled, I Was Once Young Like You. There is one line in the poem that goes, I was once young like you, and back then we were as you are today. I was so excited when I first encountered that poem, so much so that I remember that line even today. My child, I always thought that this progress of struggling against myself that I went through in order to clear out all the garbage and poison inside me was something that only people from my generation have gone through. I never imagined that you and some of your peers will also go through something similar in the future. You too will one day need to struggle against yourself in order to purge all that garbage and poison that infected your brain as a child. It is a painful progress, but with each purge comes a kind of liberation. And with each liberation, you gradually transform from a dead, fossilized, rusty screw into a real person. My child, do you understand what I have been trying to say? Now I'd like to leave you with a line of poetry. I too was young like you, and back then we was you are today. January 27th, 2020. We don't have enough face masks. I would like to again express my thanks to everyone out there who has been lending their attention and support to what is happening in Wuhan, and also to the resident of Wuhan. From the time being, most people are not too concerned with the big issues. What's the use of worrying about those problems anyway? Most people who are not infected are trying to remain optimistic. One thing that citizens are more concerned about right now is the shortage of face masks. I saw an online video report today about a man in Shanghai who went to the pharmacy to buy a mask, only to find the price inflated to 30 yuan one each. This guy was so infuriated by the markup that he lost his temper and started yelling at the employees. He recorded the whole thing with his cell phone. At the end of the day, he still bought some, but he insisted that the pharmacy give him a receipt so he would be able to prove how badly they were overcharging customers. I would never have thought of doing that. I really admire his bravery. I was just texting with a friend on WeChat. Everyone is now talking about the shortage of face masks as the single most pressing issue. After all of us still need to occasionally leave our home to buy foods and supplies. I'm sure that it is not just my brother, my colleague, and me who are short of face masks. Those must be many people here in Wuhan without any face masks. But I'm confident there isn't a real shortage of supplies. It's more a problem of the logistics, of how to get them into people's hands. Right now, I just hope those express delivery companies can resume work as soon and spend up the delivery of supplies into Wuhan. We need some help to get through these tough times. Remembering my brothers east of the mountain on the 9th day of the 9th moon. Being a stranger all alone in a strange land far away, I thought of my parents all the more on a fair festival day. I know full well my brother all will climb up the heights of a mount, inserting corner shorts in their hair, they'd all miss one in their count. Remembering my brothers east of the mountain on the 9th day of the 9th moon, being a stranger all alone in a strange land far away, I think of my parents all the more on a fair festival day. I know full well my brothers all would climb up the heights of a mount, inserting corner shorts in their hair, they'd all miss one in their count. For what do the elegant love wild sceneries? Firstly, they live on hills. Secondly, they cry aloud by water stones. Thirdly, recluses of elegance usually fish and cut wood in unpolluted lands. Finally, the beloved birds are friendly to monkeys and cranes. We all bear the busy urban life. It locks our freedom. We all imagine a peaceful, silent wonderland. However, we seldom achieve it. We live in a glorious, glamorous, imperial time. The entire realm is under the intelligent governance of our emperor. The talented ones would be ridiculous if they evacuated from our great society. Those days of meditation no longer exist, for sure.